Hi there, and welcome to my major reflection assignment. I will be assessing 5 different works to which had an effect on the development of my media degree. First up in the list of my project reviews is my first screen production short titled Listen. I took the role as producer for the sci-fi piece that proved to be challenging and a frustrating project. With it being the first time I'd worked on a production with a team, I quickly learnt that compromising with the other members of the team would be critical in keeping a steady workflow. I organised the location of the shoot as well as keeping in contact with sub-actors and extras. The director of the film seemed to control too many aspects of the film, which in turn affected the other members of the team. Overall, I was not entirely happy with the finished product, with a shortage of footage that is evident in the final cut. Nonetheless, it proved a pivotal learning curve in the development of my media degree. Second on the list was my first video entry that I submitted in my arts media degree titled Walk It Alone. The guideline of the assignment was to present a piece of technology that had shaped the culture and actions of society. I chose the renowned Sony Walkman as the technology that impacted the music world and introduced the concept of mobile technology. The short film was set in the early 90s and centered around the Walk Kid, a character who comes across an advertisement presenting the new Sony Walkman. The film makes reference to the tradition of the private musical experience, with the film opening to the protagonist's brother confiscating his stereo. He is then seen enjoying the wonders of private music, and we are taken into his world. Next up in the list was my second screen production short film titled Safe House. I played the role as sound designer, and it became the first major film project that tested my post-production skills. When on set, my role proved to be quite challenging. On my first day of the shoot, I was faced with a sound designer's worst nightmare: background noise. Chainsaws, leaf blowers and lawnmowers all stood in my way of passing a backyard scene that had to appear calm and quaint. I definitely had my work cut out, but overall I felt the finished result in regards to sound was pleasing, considering it was my first attempt. The clip you are now watching was taken from the backyard where I was confronted with this issue. See if you can notice the surrounding noises. Grow Up was my third screen production that I worked on. I played the role as producer once again, which required me to organise the set, shooting times and dates. The documentary was centered on the pressures of students knowing what they want to do when they grow up and leave school. I found the production to be relatively smooth when compared to my previous productions that I had been involved in. Nonetheless, the production allowed me to rediscover my passion for producing, and something that I would consider once I graduate. And finally on the list was my final screen production project, which took the form of a sporting documentary titled I Told You So. The film was directed by myself and celebrates the life of the Australian football figurehead Johnny Warren and the dream he had for the sport. My role also took the form as a joint producer. Using my networking skills, I was able to draw in key football figureheads within Australia that stressed multiple dynamics of the Australian football landscape and its development. The project once again allowed me to reassure my passion and love for football and the possible showreel or piece that I can present to future clients or employers on a visual portfolio. The biggest difficulty that I was confronted was the amount of shooting days for the production. The 10 days of shooting proved to be an overwhelming task for my editor and sound designer, but we overcame it to produce a piece that addresses contemporary issues within Australian society and the opportunity to be presented and aired on external media avenues and platforms. And that's all of them. Overall, I believe that my screen production skills have developed quite considerably, and I'm looking forward to what awaits me in the future. Thank you.